we've been talking about this. This is true. I said it. I mean it. Society, America especially, we're slowly recovering from the woke plague that we've suffered through for the past 4 years. The rabid left tried to jail Trump and failed. This was the first glimmer of hope for America. More recently, they tried to jail Daniel Penny, an American hero who likely saved dozens of people from a physical assault, if not more. And they fell flat on their face on the left yet again. Listen to newly elected Republican Congressman Brandon Gills talk about the needs of a society. Democrats, you may want to cover your ears for this one.
To be here all the way from North Texas. There we go, in the home in New York of the great patriot Daniel Penny. I don't know about y'all, but I think we need a lot more Daniel Pennies in this country because we have far too many Jordan Neelys.
You know, he's right. He's absolutely right. America sure as hell needs more Daniel Pennies because we got plenty of Jordan Neelys. Fortunately, I believe in my heart that we're trending in the right direction thanks to Donald Trump's massive win. Just look at this picture right here. Daniel Penny, free of the legal burden that nearly ruined his life, standing next to Donald J. Trump. And actually, on the other side of Penny is Vance. It was an unbelievable moment. A man who survived the most vigorous legal attack in American history. Both of them, both of these patriots are smiling ear to ear, which has to be keeping Alvin Bragg up at night. We'll get to that in a second. Speaking of Alvin Bragg, isn't it sickening that all of America knows his name right now, Alvin Bragg? He's a district freaking attorney in New York, not the president. The fact that he has any national relevance or presence at all just speaks to how far he overstepped in his current role. People like Bragg or Fani Willis, Letitia James, these legal thugs, listen to me, thugs, I said it. Yeah, they're black, but I'm not saying they're thugs because they're black. They're legal thugs. They could be white. Cyrus Vance didn't do this. Alvin Bragg did it. They'll soon be bagging groceries, hopefully, or working at Walmart. Just watch. The mainstream media helped make these clowns relevant. They pushed lies about their authority and credibility and made them seem like social justice warriors or heroes for legally bullying a former president. Everyone knows they went too far. Even Van Jones. Van's a personal friend of mine. Van's a member of the mainstream media, the cult, CNN, but he happens to be the most sensible member. And he's calling out his fellow media minions for the relentless pursuit of our next president.
Every one of your people knows Elon. Listen. Yeah. So everybody keeps, the problem is you have a framework in your mind that how can Donald Trump? Guys, can we cut it out? Donald Trump is not an idiot. Donald Trump, let me just be very clear. Donald Trump is smarter than me, you, and all critics. You know how I know? Because he has the White House, the Senate, the House.
Totally agree.
Court, the popular vote. He has a massive media ecosystem bigger than the mainstream built around him and for him, and a religious fervor in a political movement around him. And his best buddy is the richest person in the history of the world, and the most relevant Kennedy is with him. This dude is a phenomenon. He is the most powerful human on earth and in our lifetime. And we're still saying, well, how was this guy? We look like idiots to ordinary.
You're totally right.
Yeah, I'll take it one step further, Van. He's not the most powerful man walking the face of the earth in our lifetime. He might be the most powerful man ever to walk the face of the earth. The way he was resoundingly embraced by the American people and now the world. Van is actually one of the smarter members of the mainstream media militia. Unfortunately, his message a bit too late. His media peers decided to die on the Trump is an idiot hill and got nationally embarrassed and stripped of their credibility for doing so. I want to move on to one of our favorite groups, however, the transgender community. Let's quickly take a look at a recent meltdown from a, quote, and I'm quoting here, peaceful trans activist. Before I roll the clip, let me give you just a touch of context. The year right now, 2024, you have men with chest hair running around with signs and megaphones trying to convince the world that they can lactate. These over-medicated, hyper-liberal freaks think they can do whatever they want because they've been told they could by the liberal left for the last 4 years. They go on TikTok and cry about their rights and pretend to be the most oppressed people in America. Well, here's a quick clip that disproves pretty much everything they claim they are.
Person says, oh, look, a woman. Right? He does not accept. Excuse me. The sexualization of children will always be wrong. It will always be evil.
It's look at that, folks. I mean, if you're listening on radio, it's like trans, like, dude, just punching, being very violent. I thought these trans activists were supposed to be civil, right? That's what they said. That guy just walked right up to the reporter and punched him straight in the face. What happened to real men? The ones who played sports, went to war for the country, respected the flag. We should take all of these violent freaks and put them on some sort of island or a reservation. Let them live amongst themselves. You want to live that way? You want to have chest hair beaming out and beards and say you're a woman pretending you're pregnant? Knock yourself out. I don't give a shit. I'm a libertarian. Just don't do it with the kids. You touch the kids or you try to indoctrinate the kids, screw you. Throw you away. Throw you behind bars and throw away the key, you predators. And then what you guys can you do? All you lunatics can get on this island, all you dudes pretending you're women, because most of it that way. Not a lot of women are pretending to be men. It's mostly men pretending to be women. Well, you can elect some deranged predator leader who can set the rules exactly the way you want to. These people, freaks, I'm sorry, they're freaks, belong nowhere near our children, nowhere near our schools, nowhere near our gyms, nowhere near our playgrounds or sports fields with young people. Maybe that is what Trump will do when we inherit Canada. Throw them all in Canada. Just throw them up to Canada. Put up a big wall, though. Obviously, I believe in free speech and the truth, but this is where we are here, folks, right now. Unfortunately, other nations don't embrace the way we are thinking or the way I am suggesting. A man on Iceland is facing, in Iceland, facing some serious penalties for making the same points about the trans activists that I am today. Listen.
An activist in Iceland, Elder Christensen, chairman of Samtökin 22, a gender-critical organisation that supports single-sex spaces and opposes the medical transitioning of children, is being investigated by police over 7 posts he shared on Facebook and X, where he expressed criticism of male breastfeeding and the teaching of gender diversity to children. He's faced questioning by the police, and although not yet charged, his solicitors expect he will be charged.
Imagine going to jail for saying that dudes can't breastfeed. Now, let me try this. I'm Eric Bolling, right here on the Bolling Podcast on Monday, the 16th. Men can't breastfeed. Men can't get pregnant. I'm talking to you, Iceland. If I come to Iceland, you're going to arrest me? I'll post it. I mean it. It's my opinion. By the way, my opinion is based on biology and science, you freaks. But this is truly the direction America was heading. Believe it or not, we got lucky. Speaking of getting lucky, I started today's show with Kamala Harris's latest word salad. Old Joe Biden, also got in on the fun. While he did appear to make some sense, he slurred a bit more than usual. Maybe he got a hold of Kamala's bourbon. I'm not sure. Maybe Hunter's cocaine. By the way, can we just ask right now, can we now know who left the cocaine in the White House now that he's leaving? Can they please, Secret Service, can you let us know whose cocaine that was? You know. I know you know. We all know you know. It's Hunter's, but how about you tell us now? Either way, listen to our current president talk about the future of his failed vice president.
I knew what I was doing, asked her to be my vice president. I knew her. I knew of her. I knew about her. I knew her record. I trusted her. She always served this country with purpose and integrity, and she always will. And you're not going anywhere, kid, because we're not going to let you go. Not going anywhere.
You're not going anywhere, kid. What the hell? She got smoked in 2020. She had to drop out with less than 1% of the vote. She got destroyed by Trump. Where is she going? Where the hell is Kamala Harris going? You're going to run for president in 28 and give, Vance or DeSantis a walk, a cakewalk? Go for it. We'd love to see that. How about you go back to the freaks in California? You know what? You'd be perfect. to take over for Gavin Newsom when he wants to run for president. He'll get the floor mopped with him, too, by Vance or DeSantis or either. Or better yet, Vance and DeSantis on the same ticket. How about them apples? By the way, VP Harris, her record sucked before you named her, Joe, your VP, and now it includes yet another failed presidential bid. As far as nationally, Kamala is done. He says she's not going anywhere. Well, I'd have to agree. The only time we ever see Kamala running again is if we happen to catch her dashing to the liquor store. Now, she may settle in as a senator again, California, I'm thinking. There have been rumors of her looming over the Supreme Court. Get out of town. But mark my words, Kamala Harris' national political influence is no longer a threat to our society. We can all thank Donald Trump for that.